If you're into knives like butterfly knives, you've probably seen this. This is the CRKT Provoke. This is just one of those knives that you're able to manipulate, and it's a lot of fun. They just created this, which might be even cooler because this is a transforming axe. This is the Provoke X. In this video, we're gonna be testing this and seeing the durability of it, the uses of it, the practicality of it, and if this is something that you wanna go with, or if you wanna go for one or the other or both of them. You wouldn't believe how many times it took me to do that intro to make sure these things opened up both during the same intro. Because there is a trick to it, you know, it's not as easy as just flapping and it goes, as you can see there. And that's something we're gonna talk about in the video. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We might as well get into the first 30-second breakdown. That's where in the first 30 seconds, give or take, I give you guys my exact thoughts on this product before we get into the full review. That way you can stop watching, because now you know exactly what I think about it, or continue watching, find out why I say those things in greater detail, and it does help out with the YouTube algorithm. So with the actual manipulation of the knife, that is gonna be one of the big questions with this. Is it actually easy to open, or is it something that you're gonna be sitting there and you're gonna need this? You're like, okay, you pull it out, you're like, here we go, moment of truth. And it doesn't come out and you look like a lunatic sitting there shaking the thing. Or is it like really easy to open? What I'll say is there is a trick to it. At first, I was like, man, something is wrong with this thing. I could not get it to open. It was really frustrating. I put a little lubricant into it. I learned the trick of it. It's not a like throw motion. It's more of a flick. Like you have to like give it a little bit of, the safety was on. There's a safety, which is ambidextrous, which is really cool. But there's a trick to making sure that you flick it the correct way. But once you get it down, it is not very hard to open up. This is not a hatchet. You're not gonna wanna whittle wood with this. You're not gonna be cutting things with it. Now, can it? Yes, it can. We're gonna be testing that here in this video, but this is more of a battle axe. You've got the axe up front, and then you've got the pick style in the back. We're gonna be testing both of these against a actual life-size human skull, which is super cool. Which is what most of you are really gonna be interested in, seeing the practical use of this thing and how well it actually does what it was built for. So you have the ambidextrous safety here on either side. You can manipulate that, and then to open it, you're just doing that flick, and then to undo it, you press this side button, and then it folds right back down. Make sure your fingers are out of the way, because you will stab yourself. Ask me how I know. That was the first take. It didn't go so well. Now, this is designed to be a pocket axe. I don't know what kind of pockets you're putting this in. Does it fit in your pocket? Yes, it does. You can absolutely put this in your pocket. I don't know how practical it is to put it in your pocket. It is very thin. It's just long. That's the biggest thing with it. So for those of you that are like a really diehard, want to put it in your pocket, you absolutely can. It is designed that way. Me personally, probably not something to be thrown in my pocket. It's definitely something I'd probably put in a bag. And I think that would be the most practical way to carry this thing. And opening it up, when you get it right, man, you make that flap noise, like, oh, that is satisfying. So as you guys know, I don't like wasting your time. Let's just get right into the testing video and going over the actual testing of this knife against the skull. We're gonna be testing the pick side, we're testing the axe side, we're hitting the skull, we're hitting the jaw, we're hitting the collarbone. We're just hitting all over the place, trying to see what it can do. We actually did the spine as well, which was really cool. And you'll be really curious to see how many times it takes you to hit a spine to be able to get to cut the thing off. But there's no way this video gets monetized, honestly. But you're gonna see during this video. Real quickly, before we get into that, subscribing is free, and it is one of the best ways you guys can support the channel. I really appreciate you guys doing it, especially if you enjoy the content. Real quick, let's jump into the people that are incredibly helpful for the channel and the things that we do here. And those are Stopbox and Vertex. The Stopbox is this device here that you're able to keep your tools safe from little hands that you don't want touching them. That's why I built this vault room with hold display, and I have these Stopboxes. You're able to enter this combination very easily, quickly, and you'll have access to it without the worry of knowing anyone else is gonna touch this stuff when you don't want to. Then this is actually the bag from Vertex that I would be carrying the Provoke X in, which is super convenient, perfect size. Honestly, this is actually the new bag that just came out with. You can use code Tactical Advisor. It's gonna save you 15% on the bags and clothing at Vertex. Definitely check them out. Some bags I've been carrying for the last 5 years. Absolutely love their stuff. But let's get right back into this video and go over the testing process, which is what you all really wanna see about this, and it's gonna answer a lot of your questions. So now it's time for the fun part, and we're actually gonna test this thing. So we're down here at the range, and because this is a fighting knife, we wanna see what kind of damage this can do to an actual skull. So we've got a ballistics dummy lab replica here, and it's got all the bones in it and the flesh and everything. We got a little bit of mold on ours because for some reason down in the basement it molded, but that's okay. It's still gonna have the effect. So we got a slow motion camera here so we can see the effect of it. But what we want to see is actually how much damage this thing can do. So we'll first do with the blade, and then we'll do some stuff with the actual pick side in the back. We'll just hit, I think the best spot would be like right dead center in the dome. So we're just gonna like hit them right here, and then we're gonna go for like some side shots, some mouth. We'll go for the clavicle. We'll see if we can get far enough down to break bones or how much damage this will actually do to it. So. Oh, jeez. Check that out. I didn't realize it had actually blood inside of it. So, we're pretty far in. That broke incredibly easy. Like, I didn't feel a ton of force. All right.
A couple inches in.
Jeez, so there you can see how far we went in. The one thing I was kind of worried about was because you got the metal and everything, I was gonna bring a glove down here because I thought it would hurt. I thought it would be really uncomfortable in my hands. As I'm sure if you're hitting a lot of hard things over and over, this isn't gonna be the most comfortable thing in the world. It wasn't uncomfortable as I thought when hitting it. I thought it would be like, you know, when you hit a baseball at the end and it like rings your hands, it didn't do that. So that's nice to see, but. Holy cow, that is cool, man.
I think you killed it.
Yeah,
look how
cool.
deep in it got.
Yeah, let's pull it out. Let's see. Oh, gosh, that is awesome.
Awesome.
Josh messed up his hand at a softball tournament, so.
So if I do a really bad job, it's because my hand
We're gonna blame it
hurt.
on that, but
if I do a great job, it's because I'm awesome with an axe. This thing is sweet. I'm ready.
Just be careful with the tripod.
Ready? No, I'm gonna hit the tripod.
You're gonna hit my mule is what you're gonna do.
Oh. Like you said, like I thought it was gonna kind of jar my hand more, but I kind of went higher than I thought.
Yeah, so you broke his jaw.
Yeah.
So there's the jawbone broke. I'm gonna do the back side here.
This thing's gonna go all the way through. It's gonna be great. Oh.
So just is more like blunt force.
Just cracked. You can see. Oh, jeez.
Oh, that's cool. You think you just cracked it down.
Oh, gosh, look, it comes all the way up over.
All right, so the next one that we're gonna do the clavicle here. I would imagine, I mean, with what it's doing to the skull, it's probably gonna go right through the clavicle. So, I went through and I hit the bed of the mule.
I think it's dulled now.
Ooh. So I went all the way through and I hit the actual bed of the mule. Go ahead and do some more to the skull. Let's go to the back.
How much would it take to take the head off?
That's a great idea. We're gonna find that out. We're gonna go. Let's go for the spine.
Yeah.
Let's do one more skull. Let's do one more skull.
Okay, head the skull,
and then let's go ahead and
take the head off.
spine off.
Okay.
Kind of brutal, but let's do it. Look at this side. Look at this side. Can you see it?
Same on the other side.
Fractured on that side. Here, let me twist. Let me see if I can break. Right. Ready?
Yep. Oh.
Oh, that's cool.
Sounded horrible.
All right, so now that we put a bunch of holes in the head and broke some bones, we're just gonna go ahead and see what we can do to the spine, how much damage it takes.
Put in the comments how many hacks you think it'll take to get through
How many hacks do you think it
through
takes
the head.
There's a really good chance this gets demonetized because of this segment. Right?
Just leave this out in final editing.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to blur this guy out.
Oh.
Oh. Dude, it went all the way through. Look at the side.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, I did not expect it to go all the way through. Oh. Yeah, dude, it's she off. Look, can you see inside there?
Oh.
Crap.
Okay, one hit and a couple tabs.
That shows you what the bones are made of. That's pretty freaking cool. I did not expect that to be a one hit. You can see who the stronger brother is.
Left hand.
One has a really small
dominant.
neck and the other one has a really... Oh, hey, look, also, by the way, Tactical Visor shirts. Use code TA15 at Howitzer. You can get those. Super sweet. Actually, you can get anything at Howitzer with those. Howitzer pants as well. There goes your eye, brother. That's... Oh, man.
It's just so, like, you're not even putting a lot of force on it. That's the crazy part.
It isn't as much force as I expected. Personally, I thought it was gonna hurt more when I hit, and I thought I would have to swing harder to go through.
Nice. Dude, we should put it on like a stake, like in the woods.
We absolutely should. I should put it actually on one of these targets. That'd be awesome. Shoot it. And you're not supposed to do this with this, but I really want to spike this thing and hang it here at the range. Probably not the best option for this, but hey, it's working.
It's showing off its multi-purpose
It's a multi-purpose skills.
After you chop off your enemies' heads, then you can use the same tool.
There's no chance
spike it.
this video gets monetized. That's all right. It'll be fun. All right, I think that's good enough. Now, it's a hammer.
It truly is multi-purpose.
It does everything. All right, come here, buddy. Dude, people are gonna think we're lunatics. It's a digging tool too.
What can't it do?
So this video doesn't release yet because this isn't released yet, but we're filming it early. So you're probably gonna see this in previous videos and people are gonna be wondering what's with the random skull in the back of the range. But here's the obviously it is not meant for some of the things that we did. This is not designed for that. It's designed to be a fighting axe, not a digging through the mud and hatcheting stick stuff. But I mean, I think it's fun to try to test everything and try it in different ways and see if it still opens here. That's cool. So realistically, this probably isn't what most of you are gonna do with the thing, but it's nice to see that it can do it just fine and the dirt doesn't affect it a ton. That would be one thing, honestly. I mean, we might as well try it a little bit more. See if the dirt will affect with the folding mechanism, you know? I'm sure somebody will wanna know that, you know? I can't imagine most of you are gonna do this to your knife. But like, you can hear it's like gunky and it sounds super gritty. Like you can hear how gritty it is, but still works, that's cool. It is pretty gunky, pretty dirty. Let's try to open it one more time here. All right, so I mean, I would say that passes the durability test. I would say that's more than what most of you are gonna probably do with this knife. Can do all those things? Yeah, it does just fine. Is it the best at those things? Probably not. Like there's better axes to be able to whittle or hatchet or cut. This is obviously designed for fighting, but it is always cool to test these things a little bit out of their wheelhouse and see if they can still perform that way. Oh, the safety was still on. There we go. That's cool. So as you saw from that video, this thing can do a lot more than just being a simple battle axe. I was really happy to see the damage this thing's able to do. I was really shocked when swinging this and hitting a hard surface. I thought because of the design being thin and being that metal that it would really shake my hand. Like I said in the video, with a baseball bat, when you hit it on the corner and your hands just start to ring and you're like, ah, that hurts. I really thought during that testing, it would hurt a ton. And one of them, I actually just hit the bed of the mule. It wasn't my finest swing, but I wasn't expecting it to go straight through like that. I never once did I have that ringing feeling in my hand, so that was nice to see, and I was able to keep control of the axe the entire time. I might say knife accidentally during here, I apologize. I mean the axe, but that was cool to see that during the testing. In my opinion, it did a really good depth in there, and it did a lot of damage to the skull. So I will leave that up for you guys to really make your own opinion. That's why I wanted to do this video in the slow-mo and everything, to be able to just show you. And I figured that's probably gonna be the most helpful in this entire video, is that part. That gives you guys really just a first-hand experience of what this does. Then, the dirt thing. You know, I was really wondering when you start getting this thing dirty and grimy, and realistically, most of us aren't gonna do that. If you have this, you're probably not gonna be shoving it in dirt, but I wanted to see if it would work. I was curious. So I did it so you guys don't have to, because it was super obnoxious to clean this thing because of all the moving parts with all that dirt and sand and everything that was inside there. But it worked just fine. Everything worked out. I cleaned it. The boys went out with the hose, sprayed it off, and then we lubricated it and we oiled it, make sure it was good and clean. And I haven't had any problems with that. And that was something I was really curious about. Is is, once you get stuff into this thing and grimy, is it gonna prevent it from actually manipulating and working? And then you're just looking like a goofball shaking this thing and like hoping like, oh no, like this guy's coming, like I gotta get this thing out. And you're like, okay, I guess I'll go to my gun. It did a really good job at that aspect. So again, it's just gonna be a thing for you to decide. Then the hatchet spec, was it the best for it? No, it's probably not the tool I would have chose if I had a handful of tools to choose from. But if you had this and you're like, that's all I got, it did it just fine. I was able to whittle that thing down. I'm sure I could cut a piece of wood, no problem. You're gonna dull the crap out of your blade, which I did, but I will sharpen it, it'll be fine. It's sharp enough to cut my finger, but did a good job. I would say, obviously, if you are looking for a hatchet or an outdoorsy type axe that's going to be able to do a lot of different things, this probably isn't it. This is more designed for that fighting EDC battle axe, and it does really good at that, from my opinion, in the video and the testing that we did. Let's just talk about the design for a second. I am a sucker for a brand that comes up with something cool. It's like the gun up here, you probably can't see off camera. It's the credit card that is a gun. Like, is it practical? Probably not, but it's just such a cool design. Like, this is such a cool design. It's a lot of fun, man. Like, just the fact that you can flick it like that and be able to have it open and just have that really satisfying like thwap sound, like, it's cool, it's unique. It's just butterfly knives, flapping them around, like, that aspect of it right there is almost more intimidating than that fact that you have something like this. So I just think it's cool. I love that they are innovating, creating something new, so really good on CRKT for doing that and continue with this Provoke line, because the Provoke line of knives are sweet, so it's really cool to see that they jumped in with the axe. Now, something I want to mention about the safeties, they are ambidextrous, like I said, but this sets the second it closes. Boom, it locked in. So now it cannot be open. So you don't have to do anything. There's no thought process to it. It's not like, okay, I'm gonna close it and I gotta make sure I lock it so it doesn't open again. It automatically locks and then you have to manipulate it to be able to open it again, to be able to flap it out. And you can do it manual too, like I just did there. You're able to flap that open easily like that if you don't wanna swing it or you're having some issues. But the biggest thing that I would say is when you get this, don't get frustrated, because it might be kind of hard to do. Put a little bit of oil on there, a little lubricant in there, so everything is a little more smooth, and then just go out there and start working different styles. Down is gonna be the easiest at first. Once you break it in, then you're able to do it from an upward angle like that. And like I said, it's a snap. Instead of a swing down, it's like a snap motion is what opens it up like that. Now, don't forget about those of you that are really interested in these specs. This is 13 ounces. This is titanium nitrate coated SUJ 2 steel. I know there's steel snobs out there. You guys are wanting to know what this is made of. So all that information is on their website if you guys are interested. But for those of you that just want it all here in the video, there's that information. All in all, man, I tell you what, this is a really cool knife. I love the innovation. I love the design of it. My goal is always to help you spend your money in the right way possible. I don't want you to ever get this and be like, ah, man, like I just wasted my mone, because it's expensive, man. This is $350. That's a lot of money. So I want to make sure that you are happy with your purchase, whether you do it or you don't. I want you to be confident in that. So I hope this video is able to help you make that purchase confidently, or maybe not go with this and get something else because of some of the things that we saw in the video. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate you. Check out my website, tacticalvisor.net. You can see a lot of really cool things that are incredibly helpful, and I appreciate you guys doing that. Your first time here, and this is like your first time being on my page, because now we're doing knives. I primarily do gun stuff, as you can probably tell from the background, and I'd love you guys to stay and check that stuff out, because most people that are into this stuff are usually into that stuff. You wanna know what else we're into in this channel? The Bible. I usually like to end my videos on a Bible verse. This one's a little bit different. I want to share the gospel. I have a big sense of urgency, guys, to share this and make sure for those of you that maybe haven't heard it, or maybe those of you that have heard it before but maybe not answering that knock, this is something that's incredibly important. And I can share with you the coolest things about these products and help you be able to make those purchase decisions. But the most important thing I can share with you is the Word of God. And there's no secret sauce to this. You don't have to do a bunch of works or pay a bunch of money to be able to set yourself up for God. You need to realize that you're a sinner, that you've broken God's law. And then there's nothing that you can do about it. No amount of money, no amount of works that's ever going to save you, because Jesus Christ died on the cross and he paid that price for you. And he's the only one that can pay that fine. Not you, not your friend, not your church. No amount of money can pay that. It's what Jesus did for you on that cross. And then you need to repent of those sins, which means turn away from them. You no longer want to do them. And this isn't a, okay, God, I want forgiveness. I need to repent of my sins. I'm sorry. And then continuing to do those things, you have to mean it. And then God will continue to start working in your life. And then get in the Bible, get in the Word. This is living, breathing Word of what he's telling us. You can't grow, you can't learn, you can't listen to what he's saying unless you're reading this, because this is how he speaks to us. I love you all. I would not share this message if I didn't care about you. Appreciate you all. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Have a great day.